recent conclusion of Zapad 2025, a large-scale military exercise jointly conducted by Russia and Belarus, has cast a significant shadow across the international geopolitical landscape. This intensive 5-day event reportedly involved an impressive deployment of over 100,000 troops, showcasing a formidable display of conventional military strength and coordinated strategic operation. This exercise garnered widespread international attention, not only for its sheer scale, but also for the diverse array of nations that chose to participate alongside Russia and Belarus. Among these were Iran, Bangladesh, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Mali, Burkina Faso, and notably India. India's involvement was particularly highlighted due to its historical and ongoing defense ties with Moscow, a relationship that continues to evolve in the current complex global order. India's contingent in Zapad 2025 was spearheaded by a 65-member team from the storied Kumyan Regiment of the Indian Army. This elite unit actively engaged in a comprehensive series of tactical maneuvers, intricate joint planning sessions, and specialized armed training modules. Their participation was interpreted by many as a clear reaffirmation of India's decades-long defense collaboration with Russia, a partnership that has historically provided India with critical military hardware and technological expertise. Beyond the immediate practical benefits of joint training, India's presence in Zapad 2025 also served as a powerful statement regarding New Delhi's foreign policy doctrine of strategic autonomy. This doctrine emphasizes India's commitment to maintaining its independence in international relations, allowing it to forge partnership with various global powers on an equal footing, rather than aligning exclusively with any single bloc. This approach is particularly relevant in a rapidly shifting global order characterized by increasing multipolarity and complex interdependency. India aims to navigate this environment by engaging with all partners where its national interests converge, without being constrained by the geopolitical rivalry of other nations. The exercise has provided an invaluable opportunity for the Indian military to gain exposure to different operational doctrines and enhance interoperability with the armed forces of participating nations, while simultaneously signaling its independent strategic posture to the world. The extensive nature of Zapad 2025 attracted considerable international scrutiny, with official observers from 23 different countries present to witness the drills firsthand. This list of observers included several nations from the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, specifically Turkey and Hungary, alongside the United States. The presence of these NATO members as observers, even as the alliance simultaneously conducted its own drills, highlighted the intricate and often paradoxical nature of modern international relations, where competition and limited cooperation can coexist. The observation process allowed these nations to assess the military capabilities and strategic intentions of Russia and its allies, providing valuable intelligence for their own defense planning. The transparency or perceived lack thereof surrounding such large-scale exercise is often a point of contention in international diplomacy, with host nations often asserting their sovereign right to conduct drills, while other nations express concerns about potential destabilizing effects. In a move widely interpreted as a direct counter to the Russia-Belarus exercise, NATO simultaneously launched its own large-scale military drills, dubbed Arctic Light 2025, in Greenland. These parallel exercises immediately drew sharp criticism and warning from Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov. Moscow unequivocally condemned the NATO maneuvers, labeling them a direct threat to Russia's national security. Furthermore, Russia reiterated its long-standing position that any deployment of Western peacekeepers to Ukraine would be viewed as an act of occupation, a stance that has consistently fueled tension with Western powers. The timing and location of Arctic Light 2025 were clearly chosen to send a strong message to Moscow, demonstrating NATO's readiness to operate in challenging environments and project power in strategically important regions that Russia considers within its sphere of influence. This tit-for-tat military posturing underscores the deep-seated mistrust and strategic competition that continues to define the relationship between Russia and the NATO alliance. The Arctic Light 2025 exercises are being spearheaded by Denmark, a NATO member with significant interest and territorial claims in the Arctic. The drills involve a multinational contingent of troops from France, Germany, Sweden, and Norway. These forces are undergoing rigorous training designed to test and enhance their capabilities across a spectrum of modern military operations. Key components of the exercise include advanced helicopter assault simulations, extensive drone reconnaissance missions for intelligence gathering and surveillance, and complex maneuvers conducted in the extreme and unforgiving conditions of the Arctic terrain. The primary objective of these comprehensive exercises is to fortify NATO's joint operational readiness, ensuring that the alliance can effectively respond to potential threats emanating from Russia in the strategically vital Arctic region. The Arctic, with its vast natural resource and increasingly accessible sea lanes due to climate change, has become a new frontier for geopolitical competition, and both Russia and NATO are actively asserting their presence and capabilities there. Foreign Minister Lavrov's denunciation of Arctic Light 2025 was particularly vociferous. He accused European nations of succumbing to pressure from the United States, suggesting they were actively working to sabotage ongoing peace efforts related to the conflict in Ukraine. Lavrov further warned that NATO's Arctic drills carried a significant risk of escalating regional tension, explicitly framing them as a direct provocation to Russian sovereignty and its security interests in the high north. Russia views the Arctic as a critical component of its national defense and economic strategy, and any perceived encroachment by NATO force is met with strong resistance and rhetorical condemnation. The rhetoric employed by Lavrov reflects Russia's long-held belief that NATO's expansion and military activities near its border are inherently aggressive and aimed at undermining Russian influence and security. The specific details of NATO's Arctic Light 2025 exercise highlight the alliance's determination to project power and maintain readiness in the challenging Arctic environment. Led by Denmark, the deployment involves over 550 troops from France, Germany, Sweden, and Norway. These forces are engaged in a series of advanced training scenarios, including realistic helicopter assault drill designed to simulate rapid deployment and insertion into hostile territory. Drone reconnaissance operations are being extensively utilized to gather real-time intelligence, map difficult terrain, and identify potential threats, showcasing the integration of modern unmanned aerial systems into NATO's operational doctrine. Furthermore, the exercises are pushing the limit of human and equipment endurance, with troops conducting demanding maneuvers in extreme Arctic terrain characterized by harsh weather, permafrost, and complex geographical features. The training aims to enhance the interoperability of these diverse national forces, ensuring seamless coordination and communication in high-stake environments. Military analysts closely observing these developments have universally noted that Arctic Light 2025 served as a potent illustration of the escalating strategic competition between NATO and Moscow. Both powerful blocs are actively engaged in a race for dominance in the Arctic, a region that is rapidly gaining strategic importance due to melting ice caps, opening new shipping routes, and revealing vast reserves of untapped natural resource. The exercise clearly signaled NATO's unwavering preparedness to counter potential Russian military actions and assert its presence in this contested polar region. The enhanced military capabilities, combined with the explicit messaging from both sides, indicate a continued trajectory of heightened tension and strategic maneuvering. The Arctic, once a relatively dormant theater of international relations, is quickly becoming a critical flashpoint where the interests of major global power converge and potentially clash. This dual display of military might and strategic resolve, with Zapad 2025 showcasing Russia's combined arms capabilities and Arctic Light 2025 demonstrating NATO's enhanced northern flank defenses, underscores a complex and increasingly precarious global security environment. The exercise, while ostensibly for training and deterrence also serve as powerful psychological tools in the ongoing geopolitical rivalry, each side attempting to project strength and resolve to both allies and adversary alike. The rhetoric surrounding these drills, particularly from high-ranking officials like Sergey Lavrov, further contributes to the narrative of an escalating competition, solidifying the perception of a new era of great power competition. The participation of non-aligned nations or those with historically complex allegiance, such as India, adds another layer of intricacy to this dynamic, demonstrating how traditional alliances are being tested and reformed in response to emergent global challenges and opportunities. The careful balancing act performed by nations like India participating in exercise with Russia while maintaining diplomatic ties and economic relations with Western powers highlights the nuanced approach many countries are adopting to navigate the current geopolitical landscape. The ongoing militarizations of the Arctic by both Russia and NATO, coupled with the increasing frequency and scale of their respective military exercise, suggests that these regions will remain a focal point of international security concerns for the foreseeable future. The development of specialized Arctic warfare capabilities, investment in infrastructure, and continuous surveillance are all indicators of the high strategic value placed on this rapidly changing environment by major global actors. The interplay between these military drills and the broader diplomatic and economic maneuvers of the involved nations paints a detailed picture of the contemporary international order, one marked by assertive statecraft, renewed competition, and a constant recalibration of power dynamic. If you made it this far, congratulations. You have unlocked the truth. I would like to ask you a question. Do you believe NATO's Arctic Light 2025 exercise are a necessary show of strength to deter Russian aggression? Or are they a dangerous provocation that escalates tension toward a direct conflict between the world's largest military alliance? Let us know your analysis in the comment. Like the video, and most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.